What's going on, guys? It's Cole, and welcome to episode 1 of my Pokemon GS Chronicles Nuzlocke. So this game is a ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red, but it has elements of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, along with Mega Evolutions, Gens 4 through 8 in terms of moves, type chart updates, so like the Fairy type is in this game, Gen 8 mechanics, a renewed storyline, Pokéride, and instead of the usual female playable character slash NPC, so Lyra, we get the female playable character or neighbor, Chris, from Pokemon Crystal. So in case you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, and even if you do, I'll break it down. So the usual Nuzlocke rules are as follows. Number 1, you must catch the first Pokemon you encounter on each new route. If you fail the encounter, you can't catch anything else on that route. Number 2, you must nickname all obtained Pokemon. And number 3, if a Pokemon faints, it's dead and you can't use it anymore. Another couple rules I'm adding is Dupe's Clause is non-existent, so if I run into a Pokemon I already have on a new route, I will not capture it and can search for a new encounter. The other rule is I am treating static encounters, like eggs or a legendary Pokemon, as a separate encounter altogether. So like in New Bark Town, you get your starter, but there's also water where you can fish or surf and get another encounter there. So starting off, I choose Cyndaquil and name it Vulcan, after the Roman god of fire and volcanoes. So all my nicknames will attempt to stick to a Roman equivalent theme of Greek gods and goddesses and deities. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes not. So we'll do what we can. So after choosing our starter, we jet off to Mr. Pokemon's house to get the rare package from him and meet Professor Oak and get the Pokedex. we go outside, we get a call from Professor Allen, who's all worried because there seems to be a problem at the lab. So we go back through to Cherry Grove City, where we are accosted by the strange boy we saw outside the lab earlier on. So after tackling down his Totodile, which he obtained completely legitimately, I don't believe he stole it, we head back to the lab to see what the problem was and find out that he did in fact steal the Totodile. So after telling the cop who first accuses us of committing the crime that his name is Silver, we head out to Route 29, only to be challenged to a battle by Chris. So after just barely surviving Hershanks, this timid nature is going to be very annoying until I get Ember. We get the EXP share from her, as well as being able to now go catch our first team member. So we catch the Hoot Hoot, nickname it Athena, as the owl is most often seen as a symbol of Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom. Also, I forgot that her Roman counterpart is Minerva, but I realized that way too late and couldn't change it. So after capturing with Athena, we move on to Route 46. We then catch Fujiana and nickname it Kerberos, as in another spelling of Cerberus, the three-headed dog that guards the entrance to Hades. So let's head on to Route 30 and catch our next team member. So we catch the Weedle, nickname it Tithonus, after the Greek god of insects. Again, there's only so much I can do with the nicknames and the Roman theme. So let's head off to Dark Cave and catch our next team member. So after catching Lapis, the Geodude, Lapis being the Greek word for stone, Tithonus evolved into a Kakuna. And after some training up of the team, it evolved for the final time into Beedrill, our first possible Mega Evolution. So after that, we head to Route 31, where we're accosted by a super nerd trying to sell us Slowpoke tails. After accusing him of getting them illegally, he attacks us with his Apom, who we proceed to roll over with Lapis before moving west and catching the next member of our team. After catching Nidoran, who we nicknamed Mephitis, or Mephitis, I don't know, named after the Samnite goddess of foul-smelling gases of the earth. I mean, hey, she's a poison type. It worked. We head off to Sprout Tower. So before going to Sprout Tower, we meet Earl, the teacher at the Violet City Trainer School, who gives us graciously a scope lens to boost our crit ratio. And then we head off to Sprout Tower, where we catch Melano, the Duskull, named after the goddess of ghosts. she won't be added to the team right now, but maybe later on. So she goes to the box. We head up to the top of Sprout Tower, see our arrival, and battle Elder Lee. And proceed to Ember his entire team. So after we beat him, he gives us the Soothe Bell and the Bright Ride, which will act as Flash for compatible Pokemon. And then we head off to the Violet City Gym. While battling through the Violet City Gym trainers, Vulcan evolved into a Quilava, and then it was time to face off against Faulkner. So after rolling out his Pidgey and Murkrow, we were unfortunately forced to sacrifice Athena so that we could heal up Lapis and take out his Hoot. So unfortunately, Athena is the first death of the Nuzlocke. So after Athena's heroic sacrifice, Lapis came out, woke up, and proceeded to take down the Hoot, getting us our first badge, along with the TM for Pluck and the ability to actually use the Bright Ride. So after moving Athena to her final resting place of the RIP box, we added Melano, the Duskull, headed west, and got an egg from Chris, which eventually hatched into Eostre, the Togepi named after the goddess of fertility and rebirth, and we had coffee with Chris. So after seeing the two rocket grunts run away, we headed into the grass and caught Nemeus the Sphinx, named after the Latin name of the Nemean lion, which is Leo Nemeus. And we proceed to the ruins of Elf after battling some Team Rocket grunts. And this is where we will leave it until the next time. So, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to check out my battle against the Lavender Town Gengars tomorrow afternoon, as the battle will be recorded tonight and posted tomorrow. So I don't know when the next episode of this will be posted, but I will let you guys know. So in the meantime, I will see you later.